All right, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're having a pretty good day. I see I did an update on my keyboard software, and apparently it killed some of my hotkeys. That's perfect. All right, we're going to be back with Ruin and the Heartless. Today is guaranteed to be a little bit shorter of a stream. I have my ISP coming out yet again. Hopefully, weirdly enough, we start having problems right near the end of stream, so that it'll be doing it live when I actually get somebody out here yet again. Been a really frustrating couple of weeks, but we'll survive. We'll survive. All right, last time around, we got cubed. I thought we were just going to be accepting another strange body. That did not turn out to be the case, unfortunately. We have Ruin, Mox, and Star are all obsessed with the cube. Ruin is really far along, Star's a little bit along, and Mox is getting started. Can we research right now? In 5 hours. I did turn down the anomaly settings. We were using the ambient horror setting, and frankly, I was just getting sick of it. It seems like it was Randy picking anomaly every single time, so I was not particularly impressed by that. Maybe we'll turn it back up. Maybe we'll turn it completely off. I have it at like 1%. We'll see if 1% is every percent. Hey, good morning, CB. Beyond that, we did manage to get some arms. We had a metal horror that came out a lighter. We had a big sight stealer attack. Yeah, like I said, I kind of got tired of Anomaly. I think it has solidly placed itself where I had it on the tier list as the bottom of the DLCs. I like the idea of having some ambient horror going on, but man, it is just completely overpowering. Like, I had to completely stop all plans that we had last time to try to deal with this. And yeah, we could have cheesed it, but I didn't want to cheese it. Maybe I regret those decisions. Beyond that, we're working on an ideology room, which I see we need some more sandstone tiles. Internet fixed yet or still waiting? Will we find out at lunch today? We will find out at lunch today. I've been talking with a local supervisor. He's tried to be pretty helpful, but we have not got a resolution. It was good yesterday in the morning. I was watching it while working on Dominions, and then in the evening it did the same thing it's been doing. So ironically enough, I hope towards the end of stream it completely breaks, because it would be great if it would break while he was actually here. But I have some more videos I've been recording. I don't have the same diagnostic stuff they have. Like, I can't look at signal quality or things like that, but at least I can show them, like, look, line go down, bad number. So hopefully that'll at least give them more to look at or something. Also, our boomalopes got the plague. I think our boomalopes might be dead, because do we even have any medicine? I think we are out of medicine. That is not a good place to be. Nope, I guess we're carrying it. And we've got 12. Okay. So we're not out, but I'm not going to be plague curing the animals. So you can have herbal if we have some somewhere, but otherwise, yeah, sorry guys. It's not gonna work out. Okay, let's unpause and let things go here. I want to, since we are going to be a little short today, I'm going to cut it a little less than an hour and 20 short. Yeah, hopefully we can get rid of the cube, at least. All right, Ruin, you're so gonna just run immediately in here and play with the cube, but I need you to come here and do maintenance on this before bad things happen, and you need to go recharge the bots, because we have learned our lesson about not having charge. And immediately he goes plays with the cube. Dude, I need you to prioritize fixing this. You can have your cube time when you get to, yeah, get out of there. Now, actually, you know what? Put that back. I also just deconstruct that instead of, well, no, I did want to deconstruct it, so that's fine. All right, lock you back out. I do not want you playing with the cube. We're only gonna give them the dose when it gets really bad. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of problems, unfortunately. Somebody did mention that addiction at least does... Where are you at? It lowers your sleep fall rate, so you don't need to sleep as much. but I think it's definitely not worth keeping that around. That's for sure. All right, are you ready? 3 hours. Okay, so 1,500 hours. Beyond that, we did manage to do a raid last time, and we pulled in a whole slew of agave fruit. So we should be pretty good on food for a little while. If that does stock up, then maybe we can hit the bio-recycler again, or the bio-refinery again. Hey, Raven, good morning. We also need to get some more slag over next to the refinery. That needs to happen. In fact, please haul that. Steel has been a perennial issue, which it almost always is in Rimworld. We'll just use some more to go over there. I have this set up so they don't run across the map when I'm not paying attention. What are you working on? You're working on a roof. All right, would you go see what's in the last room? Surely it's not going to be a trap. Okay. And then remove that roof from that room also. I can't believe he's actually focusing on work for one moment. That's rare. Okay, I'll tell you what, buddy. If you do finish that, we could sure use this taken apart. If you manage to actually take this apart without hurting yourself, that'd be great. I do see we have a predator on the map. Another bog hound, all right. Not as worried if there's just one of them, but all right, yeah, trying to help our poor little animals. 1.9. Okay, she did do this cube study and it didn't give us what we need. Ooh, I am exceptionally worried about that. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I would need 40 bricks to be able to finish flooring that. I don't have 40 of anything. I guess we could use the slate. All right, let's do that. So you guys cancel. And then I need new floors. We're going to put it in slate. And it was... No, not that. It was... those 4? I can't quite tell if that's it. And then that, and then that. I think that's it. That ancient flooring, or whatever it's called, does not count as being floored, apparently. Our shape of the stars is being disrespected, and we're very cranky about that. I would really appreciate if we could get that resolved. Yeah, deliver those, please. Thank you. And hopefully someone will take care of that licky split tomorrow morning. Oh, we also got our prosthetic eye. That's for Hero. Maybe we do that real quick. So him, left eye is cut out. Let's do our... No, it's going to be here. Left eye is cut out. Operation. We need to install prosthetic eye left. All right. Whenever that happens, that happens. I'm not super worried. Unlike an arm or a leg, we can at least kind of sort of get by. Oh, Mox, you gonna actually do it right away? Oh no, you're just gonna have dinner. Okay. And go to bed. You know what? You're okay. Would you please? Okay, she doesn't like the medical restriction. All right, there you go. Please do that operation. It would also be nice if we had some spare medicine. I believe when we try to get rid of the cube, it's going to make some people very, very cranky. So we might have them take a little nap while we're doing that. We'll see. Delicious. I'll definitely say a good cup of coffee makes the morning go much better. You're hauling those. I don't love that you're out there doing that, but I really don't have anything else for you to do. Star's cube withdrawal has worsened. All right, it's only at moderate. We're gonna let it go for now. I do see we picked up some more plasteel from something. I'm not sure where we got that, but I will not say no because we could sure use a few more flak helmets. So, oh, I bet we got that from the mech cluster. So right now we have 2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 more if everyone was going to have one. All right, Hero, how you feeling? He's woozy, that's fine, and he's got his prosthetic eye. Apparently, we're high-tech enough that a prosthetic eye gives you 80% part efficiency. That's incredible. I'm not sure how that works, but sure. Critical break risk. Well, go do something fun, Star. Eating without a table was not it. Was definitely not it. Okay, we've used up, I think, all the meat we had. We were just making pemmican. I'd like to do the prepackaged survival meals, but nobody actually is a good enough cook to be able to do that. So, unfortunately, I guess we could take a peek. Do we have anyone here who doesn't have rabies? Yeah, we do. So, it's gonna be these non-ones. Sure. Chance this creature will fight back. Yeah, that's fine. You know what? Let's just take the raccoons out. We'll let that happen tomorrow. All right. Oh, you did it, man. You did it. We're no longer disrespecting the shape of the stars. Okay, that's great. We may not need this anymore, but I'm gonna reinstall it here for now, just in case. Or I guess let's cancel that. We will just build a copy. There. And then we will delete that one. Smoke leash binge for star. That's fine. Considering what else it could have been. Oh, you're just gonna go play with the cube even though you're not supposed to? Nah, gotcha. Raccoon revenge. Alright, well you can't start hunting a raccoon and then quit. Yeah, there you go. We're probably gonna have a lot of that happen. Get rid of that. Alright. Are you done? Nope. Cubing it up. I love that she mentally breaks. That's the first thing she does. 1.3 days. I really, really hope that we finish that research soon. Hey, Tan. How's the internet saga going? Well, we're not done. We're not done. I have a supervisor coming out today at 1 o'clock, so we're going to cut stream a little bit early. Hopefully our stream will actually go to crap around that time, so it'll actually be happening when he's here. I made some more video. I was recording my screen last night with a bunch of diagnostic stuff up, so at least I can show him like the exact behavior I see. But man, it would be ideal if it would just happen while he was here. It's so intermittent, that's the problem. Like I legitimately on Tuesday morning thought they had fixed it because it didn't happen at the normal time. I'll tell you what, I can be relatively patient, but look what it's done to the stream. We have three viewers. The morning stream usually pulls in 10 to 15. So I've been set back a lot, a lot by these problems. It's very frustrating. Hopefully we'll get a resolution here. I just don't think it's anything on my property. It seems to be something else on the node, but you know, they say they're not seeing it on the diagnostic on their end, but I'm like, dude, you have to be. How are you not seeing all this like drop traffic? So I don't know. I did find out that within about 6 months to a year, they're gonna have the, I don't remember exactly what they call it. It's got a bunch of names, but essentially there's some new technology that allows them to make coaxial or coax cable the same up speed as down speed. Dude, don't let him steal that. Just like with fiber. So essentially I'm gonna go from about 20 MBs up to probably about 500 or 600 up. The thing is, it's not a bandwidth problem I'm having. So that'll be a luxury for later. But for like YouTube, 10 MBs, which is half my upload allegedly, is fine. Like I've been using the same amount for 2 years. We've never had an issue. You can actually overload the intake servers, so you don't want to try to push more than what they want. Okay, the new helmets will be nice. The butchering, we will immediately turn that into pemmican. Cube obsession star. Now she fell into a daze. Are you gonna build another one? Oh my goodness, star. You're killing me. We're building all these creepy cubes everywhere. Alright, why are you so cranky? You're not part of the cube crew. Toxic, oh, is it? Oh, it's actual toxic rain. That's actually really not good for the humans. I have like nothing for them to be able to do though. Also, that's very worrying that you're doing that pathing. Should probably fix that. Give me some slate walls. Guess it's gonna be here. And that's it. Yeah, that's right. We were building a barn over here. All right, we'll take an animal flap. And I'll take a steel door there. Yeah, that's probably not great for you guys either, is it? Oh, you don't mind? Okay, today I learned that boomalips are not affected by toxic rain. Good to know, I suppose. How are you doing? You're also okay. So you've just been in it enough that it's been a problem. Okay. Oof, man, we are definitely building up the prosthetics on the crew here. Toxic waste disposal. I don't think we're taking much crazy. Star also has an inspired creativity. Sure, we'll take that. We will make a small sculpture. You are allowed to use gold and silver. Yep. And if we had any, marble and limestone. Okay. Hopefully we'll get another masterpiece out of that at least. I do like Tortured Artist. It's one of those ones where, yeah, it does have a penalty, but it also has that little chance for a bonus. Rural ISPs? Dude, I'm not even on a rural ISP. That's what I used to be on. I'll just say it. I'm on Spectrum. And they've been absolutely great until this current issue. I've been very happy. I mean, it's a little pricey, but that's what a monopoly will do, I suppose. They asked you to call back next March? Wow. That's pretty bad. Well, to be fair, the wireless company that I was with before, I canceled my service 2 years ago. They still have not come got their radio. It's still on the side of my house. Like, I don't particularly care, because if they take it off, I'm gonna have to fiddle with, like, painting the spot and whatnot. But you think they would want their... I mean, that thing has to be worth at least $100, right? And it was a relatively brand new one because they had to replace it. But there it sits, collecting dust. I don't know. Service has been so bad just across the board ever since COVID. Like, I don't know about other places, but where I live, just everything went to crap and it never got better, basically. Okay, let's fast forward through the night. Get the cube. Come on, get the cube. We got to get this done. This is annoying me to no end at this point. Right in front of your property. Wow. One of my link shell people over on Final Fantasy 14, he had a major like connection thing right in front of his house, and for whatever reason, they couldn't slow his connection down. So he was only paying for, you know, whatever the mid package was, but he was getting like a gig up and a gig down. And like they kept fiddling with it. And finally they're like, whatever, just use the speed you're getting. So he was pretty happy about that. I mean, how often does somebody actually like happy that there's a problem in their favor? Like, that's so rare. Okay, more helmets. We still need 3 more. Man, your work speed must be absolute trash. Whoa, whoa. A random boomlope. Oh, because I had an animal bed. This was supposed to be for the cat. Okay, time out. I need some fire, people. Okay, lesson learned. Lesson learned. Did you not assign that to the cat? Yeah. Cat, please move over there. Well, I guess we'll have some boomalope for dinner. Awkward. Last time I ate, it was extremely impressive dining room. I could stay there forever. Good to know, man. One thing I do like about this little bubble mod, these are the exact same thoughts that they actually have. Sometimes they're expanded a little bit, but they'll tell you things like, oh, I have a really bad bedroom. I wish I had a better one. Or, people keep interrupting my sleep. So if you do pay attention to those, it's a nice little, like, warning when you're having a problem that you may not notice otherwise. You still don't want to switch helmets? It's a good helmet, man. I'm kind of surprised he didn't run over and equip that. Because you're just wearing a normal helm, right? Yeah, simple steel. Alright. Low medicine. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, and we're not growing. I guess we could fly somewhere and buy some, but I don't know. Mox, where are we at? 12 hours. Oh my goodness. If this was a video, this would be the part where we cut and then I come back looking really frazzled. 11 hours. All right, in 11 hours, it's going to be about 1800. Okay, why are you not... Twinkle. That is your spot. So we don't get more sick boomloops inside to blow up. How much talks? Okay, you're okay. You're okay. Maybe that wasn't... Because we're not getting toxic rain. Maybe he was wandering through a polluted spot a whole bunch. And I just didn't notice. Also, I see we're delivering toxic waste up this direction. Which is fine, but where are we doing it? Okay, that looks alright. We have cocoons here is my only worry. Where are you going? Okay, hopefully that's far enough away. You know what? This is really... Oh, I bet she's getting it right there. Okay, let's delete that one and let's move to the next dump zone. That'll keep him out of it a little bit. CB says, my ISP detected I had signal quality issue that I was causing. I ended up having a loose connection inside my house that was creating a ringing or degradation on the whole line. Yep. Yeah. I don't know the most about cable internet. My experience when I worked in internet was with dial-up. But the way coax for cable works is I believe it's a radio signal. And so you can actually have leakage, essentially. So if you have wireless like antennas near it and it's not properly sealed, that'll cause problems. Machinery can cause it. That's my suspicion, except the fact that it happens at night. Because I hear there's some construction going on and I hear them every once in a while. And I'm like, maybe the machines, like they're running, you know, power tools and heavy machinery. I was like, maybe those are letting off enough RF signal that it's interfering. But that doesn't explain like last night when it was like 9:30 until 10:45. There was no construction going on. So, I don't know. I don't know. To me, what it feels like, just my gut, and as somebody who's worked various tech jobs and various things, my gut tells me whatever it was that they worked on that Thursday 2 weeks ago is the culprit. Like, they didn't fully fix whatever the problem was. And the thing is, with something that's intermittent like that, it literally can just be intermittent. Like, when I had my wireless connection, like, one time it was like somebody had, like, a satellite dish installed, but they put it on the same frequency I was on. And so only when they were, like, actively watching TV or something would it cause problems. Like, it was so intermittent. It was ridiculous. It seems to me that they should build more diagnostic tools that can be used remotely into their modems. Like, why don't you have the modem itself able to do the signal, like even if it was just a basic signal noise test, so that you didn't have to physically come here with your meter to do it? Because just looking at a ping test is not going to tell you, because I can guarantee, like if I alt tab right now, my ping looks pretty good. Like there's no problems. It's not that. So I don't know. They put a physical filter on your connection to their lines that greatly limited your connection. They didn't tell me what they were doing, so I had crap up and down till they could tell me. Oh my goodness. I've been pretty lucky. Like, as frustrating as it is, the techs have all been great. Like the first 3 guys all found like legitimate things that like, oh, this could be causing it, and they fixed them. So that's why I say I don't think it's something on my property. It's not something a low-level tech's gonna get. It's gonna be maintenance essentially, who works on the poles. Yeah, he really is enjoying that dining room. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Okay, 0.3 hours. 0.2, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7. Come on, please tell me we can get rid of this. I want to move on. I got cubed. And when you're done, you know what? Clean the laboratory. I wish we also, like, it'd be nice if I had a progress bar or something. Like, we need to study it more. Okay. Mox thinks there might be a way to deactivate the cube, but she'll need to study it. That wasn't it. Cube of section, Mox. Great. Great. Oh, she's gonna build some more cubes. That's very worrisome because she's the only person who I think has good dark study. Well, no, I take that back. Ruins is okay. I would really prefer her 10.5 over his 7.5 though. Psychic Soothe, cool. Yeah, let's just chill a little bit here, Randy, eh? Let's just keep it calm. A legendary work. All right, our first legendary. I believe legendary is above masterwork, right? This sculpture shows Moxie Mox Novosa sitting next to a horseshoe pin, gently massaging her wrists. 4 traders are slumped in defeat. The work makes the viewer think of exhaustion. Unusually for this kind of work, the whole image is depicted by the careful arrangement of 10 machine persona avatars. Oh no, they got VTubers. This portrayal tells the story of Mox playing games at the horseshoe pin on the 9th of December. So she like beat all of the traders, I guess? Okay, let's install that immediately. There we go. We're gonna have the nicest dining room ever. So we've got her first work, we've got her first masterwork, and now we have her first legendary. And then this is Hero's masterwork. Very nice. All right, how long? 1.8 days. Rimworld, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Where we at? Okay, 7 days on the conversion. We are ready for this. We failed our conversion ritual pretty spectacularly last time. He's up to 62%. I will say, ideology can be also a little frustrating when you're trying to convert people that are not in your prison. Yeah, it's just like him. He's gonna be at 100. Yeah, he is so certain in that. We're really struggling to get those down. Lighter was super duper close, and now he's bounced up again. Okay, what's our next major project, I guess, is what we should decide on since we're kind of stuck. I guess smoothing these floors would be a pretty good investment. Let's just do that real quick. That's not really a major project, though. I guess Hero could use that, too. And he actually also needs smoothed walls. And I see we have another spot. I like to get that double wrap. I'm just so leery about like going on a raid or something right now because I'm getting all these breaks, and breaking in the middle of a raid firefight is gonna be death for somebody. Okay, the barn area is ready, TM. So let's get rid of those. And furniture. Animal sleeping spot. We'll just do that for now. And I'm not going to add another feeder. If I move the animals inside, we'll just move the feeder. I think we actually got a hay harvest. Or did we? Where did all of our hay go to be? What do we use it all up? No. Where are you, hay? Oh, no, it's literally all stored in the feeder. How much do you store? Oh. Okay. Well, never mind. I mean, that's fine. I guess we do have tons of hay. I thought we were just barely scraping by and that was kibble that was in there. Alright, well that's something. Oh. Anomaly, man. I'm very tempted to even turn off that 1%. It's annoying. You know what? I'm going to turn off that 1% before something happens, and it just annoys me even more. So we're going to go into storyteller settings, and we are going to turn off anomaly for the time being. No major threats, please. Yeah, I think we're done with you. You are overtaking my pirate playthrough that's supposed to be about a ship, and I've dealt with nothing but anomaly for like 3 episodes. I am so glad that Odyssey did not follow the same path. Orbital Outlaw. Divine Divis Robert Nugfer of Araria has sent us a message. A fugitive named Anarchist escaped from his custody and used a transport pod to flee to an abandoned orbital platform. Anarchist is in custody for trafficking dangerous psychic artifacts. We get a grav core. I would love to do that, but we only have 1 vac suit. So we're not quite ready for space adventures. Okay, and we did finish up all the helmets. What'd you end up with? A normal. You could add a good one if you chose to do it, man. That's on you. All right, hopefully Star will upgrade hers to the flak. Excellent. Okay, do we want to make anything else? Everyone's got a flak vest that needs one. I don't think we want a shield belt at the moment. We could make some flak pants. Legs aren't really our problem at the moment. Weapon wise, you know what? Let's make an EMP launcher. We don't have one. That makes mechs a lot safer than if we don't have one. Hey, Red Dragon, how's the new DLC? Much better than Anomaly, I'll say that. Pretty good from what I can tell. We haven't done much other than build the little shuttle. We have our core, but we've been teching up, and frankly, Anomaly, I put Anomaly on light, and it's just absolutely overpowered us for the last couple episodes, kind of frustratingly so. So I just turned Anomaly basically down/off because it was just not what we were supposed to be doing. But yeah, I've liked it so far. We are in a special new biome. I'll show you here. We're in this scarlands, and where we're at has a bunch of landmarks, which is like, I believe Ruined Kumaro is a city area, and then we're in ruins, a junkyard, there's ancient uplinks and ancient smoke vents. So like our map has these smoke vents that keep turning on, and they blot out the sun with pollution. And we've got these uploads. These give us space quest stuff. I haven't fiddled with them yet because we're not quite ready for that. So that's been pretty cool. Beyond that, there's other biomes. Here's a glow forest. Here's a lava field. So that's been pretty cool. We've seen some of the new animals and whatnot. This is the style of DLC I like, where it's like, no matter what playthrough I do, I can go to those biomes. I can deal with the animals. I can do space quests. There's new unique weapons you can get from questing or exploring. We haven't got one in this playthrough, or at least not when we went and did. But that's something you'll use in every playthrough. And then there's the actual Odyssey stuff itself if you want to do that specifically. So I've been pretty happy with it. And also the 1.6 patch is running butter smooth. They added some new multi-threading. They moved pathfinding, light, and temperature, I believe, are all multi-threaded now, which is absolutely huge for bigger colonies because those are your killers. And I think light too, if I didn't say that. You have to try it out. Always play it safe and put my encampment besides the sea. Be careful. A while back, they added it where mechanoids can attack out of water. So you'll have mechanoids pop up out of the sea. Terror of the Deep style. I like those too. I always like the big one I usually play. I like to play it like a box canyon. So like if you imagine this was all wall, you have like your little like valley area and then like a choke point entrance. That's my like comfort map. So I'm trying to do something like this map has been crazy. Like look how many ruins are on this map. And when we started, none of this was mapped out. I had to go clear rooms. It was full of booby traps and mechanoids and cryo sleep. Oh my goodness. Your cube has intensified again. Mox, you cause problems. Both my best investigators are cube obsessed at this point. That is not good. That is not good. This person is drawn to the golden cube. If separated from the cube for too long, they'll start to experience negative effects. Yep. Yep. Everyone else is locked out of this room, but I need to have her available to go study it. And unfortunately, they have so many withdraws that I can't really keep them away forever. All right, getting that smoothed. Cool. When you had Rim fella. Nice. Oh, jeez. Yeah, breachers are annoying. We keep getting drop pod raided. We've had twice where rather large ones. Once they popped into here, or in here, and once they popped, actually 3 times, because we had one in here, one in here, and one in here. And the first time they did it, they poked a hole in the roof that I didn't notice, and my full stack of medicine decomposed. Thanks, Randy. Very cool. So that was super duper annoying. Yeah. I don't understand why they didn't go fix the roof, because I had multiple people who could have done it. So I don't know what happened that it didn't. So that felt really bad. Okay, yeah, I think we just gotta let time go here. I keep looking for what I want to do, but what I really want to do is go raiding, and we can't because we're just gonna have mental breaks like crazy if we leave the cube. So, stupid cube, we hate you. Spheres forever. Actually, legitimately, we've been led astray by the cube. One of our relics is the celestial sphere. That's actually kind of funny. This is the great split. The schism has happened. Don't tempt the sphere. Yeah, I know there's another sphere too. Like I said, I've turned anomaly chance down to 0, so we shouldn't see any more of that. Getting the build or not roof areas event. Yeah, I've had a whole bunch of problems with roof collapses. What's your problem up here? Why are you showing me this? Mechanoid needs repairs. Oh, somebody triggered the insects. I see what happened. Okay, don't go over there. Ah, never mind. I didn't see what happened. We had some people wander onto the map and trigger the insects. Well, sucks to be you guys, but thank you for the delivery, I guess. You know what? We will butcher those insects that you did kill. All right, I need the whole crew. Let's go deal with the insects again. How many do we have this time? Okay, that's not as bad. All right, I gotta be a little bit careful. You know what? Let's group up over here. Star, you need to be exceptionally careful. Yeah, and Mox, I want your bots. Okay. She snuck by. Maybe. Where are you going, Chuckle? Okay. Head up this way. You two. We'll blap him. Alright. Fire at that till it dies. Okay, here he comes. Mox, stay down here. Please go back to your long-range weapon. They're a little aggressive moving over. It's because of the hit distances. Nice. Good job, Lighter. This is why I got you a prosthetic arm. All right, good job. You guys can butcher that. We'll turn these into kibble. Yeah. Lighter, you know what? You can have the honor. There you go. Good job, man. That almost makes me want to trigger the rest of them, but I don't think I will. Would you repair Holly, please? And I think I will leave the escorts on. Oh, you guys are just wounded? Yeah, sorry. No, not fiddling with that at the moment. Exotic good trader. All right, well, I'm glad you guys made it through. Okay, back to work, back to work. You're hauling stuff back. Okay. 20 hours on the cube research. I'm hoping that we get some more bionic stuff. That would be my ideal. Although we're kind of poor at the moment, so suppose it's kind of moot. Yeah, we're really poor at the moment. Moon. All right, Ruin. Would you go trade? All right, what do you got, exotic goods trader? Okay, our boomalopes, components, advanced components. Some medicine may not be the worst plan. Wow, ferrite, plasteel, tech print. I need to go see if we've actually used jump pack tech print. Pig nose, oh boy, a deer tail, there you go. Poor construction, yeah, let me give one of my pawns poor construction. Word of trust, berserk. Berserk would be kind of nice. Some various books, some of which are already mine. Prosthetic stomach, a bionic heart, that's mine already. Half cycler, a liver. Shield pack. Not really. Alright, we can sell off one of our sculptures. That's 100 buckos. We could buy an industrial radio, or we could buy a television. Oh, we can't afford that. I'll tell you what. Let's take the glitterwood medicine too. When we do bionic surgeries and the like, I would much prefer to use that. I wish they had just some regular medicine. All right, we'll take those. Where did you drop those? You dropped it way over there. Wow, guys, very cool. I'm sure someone will go get it. Soundtrack reminds you of The Wall by Pink Floyd. Nice. I like Rimworld soundtrack overall. There's a couple that are definitely boppier than others. Mechanoid needs repair. We'll go repair him. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, I agree. Delivering toxic waste. Oh, there's another. Okay, here we go. Delete that too. And delete that one. And I don't want you to go near the insect. We have a whole bunch of cocoons. Yeah, we don't want to do that. This map is getting rather polluted. When we leave via Odyssey, the map will be destroyed. I'm not planning on making it save this one, so I'm not too concerned about that. We're gonna need to think of a storage solution when we're in space, and I think it's gonna be the classic, we're gonna drop pod our waste packs back to the planet. So, yeah. Because I'm not gonna want to pollute our asteroid base. Maybe just a tiny bit so that our wasters could enjoy. But we're definitely going to want to be careful about that. 9 hours. All right, 1800. And we're fritzing. Why are we fritzing? Because our batteries are empty. All right. Turn off that. And turn off that. Don't need you either. Man. I guess we've just... Okay, so when we have some solar, we get by. We've had this smoke going on for so long that we've actually drained the batteries out. All right. Earlier stream? No, we've been doing 10 a.m. PST, Paul, for most of the summer. Normal time. I do a PM stream also at 4 p.m. PST. So I've been doing 2 streams, what, 5 days a week for a few weeks. That will not last forever. We only have a couple more weeks of that. Ancient smoke vents are stopping. Yay! Yay! And now the solar panels come on, so we'll be good. Why are you using the wrong table? Yeah, use the better table. Also, please send your bots to go recharge. I want those combat bots in tip top shop. You're used to the later one? Yep. Yeah, we are gonna do the later one, assuming my internet behaves itself. It'll be some more astronauts. I feel really stuck right now. I don't want to start a new series because I've been having internet problems. And so I've been having to call streams and it's been a bad viewer experience, etc., etc. So I don't feel as bad if I have to cut the Rimworld off early or the astronauts off early. I've got other things I want to do. Like tomorrow morning, I might do a bonus stream because something's coming out and I'd like to show it off, but I can't really do it when I'm getting a bunch of frame drops. So I have my ISP coming out yet again. We're actually going to cut this stream off a little bit early because they're going to come out. So weirdly enough, I hope I have internet problems in about an hour and a half so that it's doing it when they're out here. They have been escalating it up. So like I'm talking to like supervisors and stuff, but I need a resolution here. And like the one guy I talked to yesterday, I mean, again, he wasn't making excuses or anything, but he's like, oh, it's really unusual. We don't have a lot of customers who are trying to do what you're doing. I'm like, stream 10 megabytes? Like, streaming isn't super uncommon. Like, there's probably people on the same node I'm on streaming. I highly doubt that out of like 3 to 500 people that there's nobody else streaming right now. Like, the first time I called, they thought it was other things. And they're like, oh, yeah, your neighbor's having the same problem. I'm like, so why didn't you guys just come out and work on it? Like, you didn't notice until I called you to look at it? I would imagine they have monitoring software that should be, like, throwing up red flags when, like, you hit certain thresholds. I don't know. I just know it's been a little frustrating the last couple weeks. This is my prime time. Also, Lighter, what is your cooking up to? 4.9. Okay, when he hits 5, we can switch over to prepackaged meals. Does anyone know, with a prepackaged meal, is there a chance of food poisoning? Like, one of the big benefits of pemmican is there's no food poisoning chance. Same thing with nutrient paste. That makes both of those very strong. Very strong. If you have either very dirty bases, or you start with people who aren't good at cooking. The amount of time you spend sick with food poisoning in like a tribal playthrough or just with a bad cook is ridiculous. All right, cube, 3 hours. All right, we're working on smoothing those bedrooms. This will help with people's moods a little bit. Also, we still have a bed that we haven't built because we still don't have enough wood. Fibercorn's at 50%. Yeah, these snag root trees are not worth farming, by the way. This is the only tree that will grow on this map, and they grow very slow and they're worth like nothing. Fibercorn's definitely the better choice there. Minor break risk, yeah. What are you doing? Holland Yayo. Also, this is becoming a bit of a problem. Would you go clear out that? I need to make sure I can run away from threats. Cube withdrawal. All right. She's probably at the point now that I'm going to have to let her cube. What are you up to? Oh, no. Initial. Oh, that's right. She broke and snuck in and touched the cube. Okay, there's the research. Come on, come on, come on. Finish it. Please finish it. I'm dying here, Mox. This is lower than it used to be, too. I think, weren't we at 0.38 earlier? I think her work efficiency is going down. And that wasn't it. I wonder if people would get immunity to food poisoning if it happens enough. I don't think you can. Isn't food poisoning usually a bacterial infection? I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't think you can become immune to bacterial infections. That's why penicillin is so amazing. That's like one of those unsung heroes. Like, how often do you, like, wake up and think, thank God penicillin exists? Like, one of the big killers in history was just minor infections. You could just get a little cut, gangrene, and you're dead. You could... A lot of people died to bad teeth. You would get an abscess from, like, a tooth problem, and that would kill you. Like, that's, like, one of the biggest killers of humans in history. Like, what a time to be alive that we have penicillin. And what a time to be alive that it's starting to not be effective now that we're getting resistant strains of things. Part of the problem is that people don't finish their regimen like they're supposed to, because what you need to do when you take medicine is finish off whatever you're treating, not let it evolve and adapt to it, like tuberculosis. That's one that's getting really resistant to most of our treatments. But two, people that either prescribe or somehow get like stuff to treat themselves that they don't need. Like, oh, I have a minor cough, I'm going to take a bunch of penicillin. Well, if you don't need it, all you're doing is helping the germs in your body adapt. Like, that is not good. That is not good. Yeah, let's speed it up here. Codus is a... Oh no, it spread to Codus? He's curious. We are in a lot of trouble. So Hero and Lighter are the only two people that are not affected currently. That is not great. That is not great. Somebody told me that we need 20 to 40 research on this. And last time I estimated that we were at about 20. Today we've gained 6 to 8. So we've got to be getting close if that's true. We've got to be getting really close. All right, making... What are you making? I mean, I guess it has to be pemmican. It's a lot of meat. Okay. Food situation seems to have basically stabilized. We've got all that agave fruit if we need to. Are you staying frozen? -1. No, you actually don't. All right, we'll pull it down a couple more degrees. I don't have an airlock in here. Oh, somebody did mention one of the cool things we could try. A back barrier. This is new from Odyssey. An ultrasonic barrier that prevents depressurization in space. The field compresses air molecules near the threshold, preventing gases from escaping while allowing people to travel through it. A vac barrier will do nothing to prevent intruders. This sounds like we wouldn't actually get temp loss, but I don't want to add something that requires power. So I'm not going to do it here, but I think next time we make a fridge, hopefully we'll be able to use that. That's kind of cool. All right, are we done with the rooms? We are not done with the rooms. All right, we're just going to continue boringly smoothing the rooms and cubing. Yeah, how annoying. How absolutely annoying. Is it a Hellraiser cube? It's definitely raising hell, I'll tell you that. It's making everyone obsessed with it, which is like almost like a chemical dependency. And like they're going crazy and building cube statues everywhere, etc., etc. I believe if you let it just keep going, they'll do nothing but play with the cube at one point. So we got to get rid of it. And to get rid of it, I need her to keep researching until we figure out how to turn it off. I thought when we were accepting this, we were going to get another body double. We've dealt with that one. That one's not so bad. This one is far worse. Far worse. All right, we're almost done with Hero's Room at least. All right, another thing we could queue up. Oh no, we already have a bunch queued up. Okay, we finished geothermal power. Yeah, we've done a lot of research. A lot of research. Autocannons. We grab fabrication. Yeah, maybe it's time to keep going up. We'll grab fab. That'll be another pretty big one. All right, so if we were gonna do... This is probably the one that we would use. Let's queue up clearing that area out. And we would run the power up to here and then in. We do not have nearly enough steel, so we need to turn you back on. Right, we'll let that happen. What are you doing? Studying the site stealer. Okay. That's fine. It's the time cube. It's the annoying cube. Put this cube in timeout is what I'd like to do. Oh, we also had star. You need to do your conversion. Where's lighter? All right. You know what? I'm gonna wake you up because I keep forgetting. Convert lighter. Lighter, wake up. Do you want to be a pirate? He kind of wants to be a pirate. A little bit. Our ideology right now, we've got Raider. I'm using a modded version. It's very, very light. We don't have the work speed penalty, but we also have a quarter of the normal bonuses. So that's more thematic than anything else. Wanderer wants to join. Okay, we'll look at it in a second. We have the new one from Odyssey, which is Shipborne, which is indoors preferred. We don't mind nutrient paste. We are temperature tough, which is actually really good because it's very hot here. And we would prefer to live in space. So that's pretty cool. Not making much use of it. And I had to add spike core because I forgot to. So that was a little bit annoying. All right. Gabriella wants to join us. Her best stat is mining. You know what? No, I don't think we want. Sorry. No, we're in a bit of an emergency right now. If those plants get sick, they'll all be vulnerable unless you put dividers like walls between them. You need to spread them out. I believe it's 5 spaces. Yeah, and we did have some problems. The thing is, there's not a lot of growing space on this map. It's all got this ancient pavement on it. So we're just sucking it up. Now that we can fly, we can go raid if we have to farming sites. That's where we got our like 1500 agave fruit. So, by the way, funny enough, my dad, I was talking the other day, and he's got these like little, I don't know what they are, health milkshake things. They're not meal replacements, but they're like meal supplements. And one of the ingredients in it was agave syrup. I've literally never seen agave in anything in real life. That's the first time ever. And that was the same day that we actually went and raided all this agave. So I was like, Randy, I see what you're doing. 15 hours on cube. A wall can block it completely though, so in the future you can have unroofed plot squares. Really good for it. Okay, yeah, I'll think about that. Normally, I would just space them out a little bit. But like I said, it's just a space thing at the moment. Plus, we have the vanilla enhanced, so I've got some various things like, I believe the onions are immune to blight. This one's immune to tox. I think that's all the special stuff we're growing, but just have some safety nets when bad things go wrong. Don't have to space them out. You can have the blocks. Got them. Yeah, I gotcha. I usually don't find blight too bad, but then again, you know, it'll strike when you actually need that harvest to come in. I really dislike that you guys keep eating that pemmican. Is pemmican not being stored in here? Yeah, would you please move the pemmican in there? I think that's because they're pathing to it. I think if I change it over here, they won't do that. Cube Obsession Mox. This is getting worse and worse and worse. The funny thing is, I'm actually got a really good dark researcher here. So I'm shocked that we have not been able to deal with this up until this point. Alright, we just brought in a bunch of smoke leaf. Yep, and processing it. I don't love having smoke leaf around. I find it detrimental. But we're having so many mood problems. I think we'll just keep it. Oh, perfect. The vents turned back on. Perfect. 9 hours. All right. Yeah, make me that steel. All right, we're going to need to haul some more junk up there. Yeah, haul all that, please. Boghound hunting hero. Okay, I see hero way down there. Okay, that's a lot of boghounds. I'm going to have you run back, and I think we're going to send help. He's probably not going to be able to outrun those. I'm going to deal with them. Run, buddy, run! Run! You are not going to get away. All right, stand and fire. Yeah, stand and fire. Everyone else, hurry down here. Come on, get lucky. Okay, we got one, but not enough. Okay, Mox there. Lighter, you've got the shoddy. Move up. Please try not to shoot him too many times. All right. Are you okay? Yes. Actually, you're fine. Better than expected. All right, you fire at him. Everyone else, we're gonna go deal with this problem. In my test game, I was getting absolutely shredded by boghound attacks. So we are not gonna have the boghounds hang around. All right, just go ahead and fire. It's fine. Yeah, where do you think you're going, buddy? Don't start nothing, wouldn't have been nothing. Alright, fire at him. You move up. Fire. Next. Alright, where are you? I know there's one more. You made me walk all the way over here. We're gonna deal with you. Alright, fire at him. Whoa, fire at him. Alright. Done. Alright. Boghounds dealt with. Ritual opportunity soon. We will have our celebration of starships on the 15th. Hooray. Alright, I do think I probably want to reinstall this, right? Like, we can do this inside, even though that sounds incredibly dangerous. Sure, we'll burn that inside. What is our development points at? 1 out of 14, okay. We get 2 development points if we do raids. That's one of the reasons I really like raids. Kamosha says trucks. Why are there so many trucks? There are so many trucks because we live in a junkyard. Yeah, this is what some of the new Odyssey stuff. So I'm in the new biome, which are scarlands, which are basically like ancient cities that got nuked. And us specifically, we have ruins, junkyard, ancient uplinks, and ancient smoke vents. So that is why there's so many trucks. They do actually disassemble into metal chunks that I can then smelt. So that's kind of cool. We started as an all-waster crew, so I thought this was kind of fitting. It's a very cool map. Like, look at all these ruins everywhere. Like, when you start, this is all grayed out in Fog of War. I had to clear this room by room like a SWAT team. There were a whole bunch of booby traps and sleeping mechanoids and ancient cryosleep caskets. So it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. There's some other biomes too. I want to do a Glowland playthrough which is basically an area where there's sulfur vents that block out the sun permanently, and there's a bunch of like glow shrooms that grow. I want to do a witch playthrough. We'll play with some sort of like cult or something. Maybe get a sanguiphage, and we'll do that since it's going to be permanently dark. There's also lava fields now that you can build bases on. We don't have a river here, but also there's flooding. Flooding is now a thing, which is pretty cool. All right, Mox, I appreciate that, but 3 hours until you can study the cube. Okay. All right, you know another thing we could do? We could do production. Let's get a electric tailor bench. Let's splurge a little bit. We could turn a lot of this leather and cloth into something I could sell. That's an interesting little emote. Merit can. Well, high five stop to you too, I suppose. Welcome in. You know what, figures, I mentioned this earlier, but I've been having connection problems. I have somebody coming out to look at it here in a little bit. And of course the connection has been pristine this morning. This is what we normally have. I swear, when you have internet problems, it's like a child who knows that when they can misbehave and when they can't. It's like, oh, daddy's home. Better not misbehave now. And then the second dad goes to work, it's like, I'm throwing things. We're going crazy. We're gonna catch you. We're gonna catch you. All right, what do we want to make? Probably should make a few dusters. Dusters are good for my people who don't have the marine armor. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make them not out of wool, not out of cloth, not out of any of that. So if we had Devil Strand, you can do it, and I'll let you do it out of whatever leather you want. You need 80. So we can make, what would that be? 2 would be 160. We can make 2. All right, do it. I guess another thing we could research would be Devil Strand, but with the amount of smoke that turns off growth, what are the odds that we actually get some to maturity? Like 0, probably. So that's probably not worth it. Not on this map. And if I had more power, I would run more hydroponics, but I would grow food, not luxury. I really dislike how much you're eating my pemmican. I kind of want to travel with that. Let's start bearing that. It's because he's not part of my ideology, so he doesn't like the nutrient paste. Picky eaters in my colony, apparently. All right, study the cube, please. It's cube time. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yes, finally. Oh, I'm so glad. Mox's investigation of the golden cube has revealed it can be deactivated using an Archotech shard. Doing so will destroy the cube, breaking its psychic hold over your colonists. However, the psychic whiplash from the cube's destruction will send any cube-interested people into a berserk rage. Those in caravans will abandon your colony entirely. Holy moly, we are going to have a bad day. We are going to have a really bad day. Okay, well, we're going to do it, though. Here's the plan. I'm going to collect all the people who are going to go berserk. Actually, yeah, I just had that thought. I was going to say I'm going to disarm them, so at least they'll just fist fight each other while they're berserk. But what if we just hopped in there? Do it. All right, so you get in there. Wake up, Star. You get in there. You get in there. I'm going to let her finish studying, and then I'm going to have her get in there. Now watch, Randy will send a drop pod raid while I'm doing this. All right, get in there. Okay. You know what? Hero, be the man that you are. I need you to destroy this thing. Okay. Schedule. Unrestrict. Deactivate. Deactivating the golden cube will cause cube-interested people to enter a violent berserker rage. Any cube-interested people in caravans will be lost. The following people will go berserk. Do it. That lock people in specific rooms? That would work too, but this will work. I just don't know, like, are they going to come out of cryo sleep and still be in their berserker rage? I don't know. We got to be a little bit quick here, though, because 4/6 of our people are now sleeping. So if I get raided, I'm in a lot of trouble. And luckily, I also had some shards, so we can turn it off. For anybody who's new and hasn't been following the series, Hero is actually a man in black. He actually saved us from a Neanderthal raid that downed everyone, and they were kidnapping everyone. He literally saved the 3 starting characters. We did have 1 person die and 1 person get kidnapped, but they were new recruits. So he truly is a man in black. He truly is a hero. All that stinking work, and all we got was 167 gold. Yeah. All right, cube. Hero successfully destroyed the golden cube. The psychic whiplash has driven the fallen colonists into a rage. Oh, they weren't. Oh, shoot. They weren't inside. Shoot. I thought you guys were in there. Oh, that's gonna suck. He's got a mace. Okay, well, yeah, that's not great. That's not great. All right, hero. How about a rescue? Probably gonna get whomped on too, isn't he? No? Okay. Oh, wow. You had it. Wow, dude. All right, we'll see if we can lock him in here. I doubt he was gonna respect that. No. Yeah, just run away, Lighter. He's having a bad day. Silent. Wait, he has cryosleep sickness. So he was in the pod. And he got himself. He was so mad he got himself out, apparently. Alright, hero rescued but didn't actually heal her. She's not bleeding, so that's fine. Oh no, not the cat! Really, dude? We could go for an arrest, I suppose. Oh, please don't shoot him. Oh, I can't do that. All right, let it go. That's really strange. I wonder why it worked for some people and it didn't work for them. Was I just too quick? I thought everyone was in there. Okay, yeah, hit the bot. The bot is the best thing you could be hitting, actually. How long are we planning on doing this? Star no longer holds the role. It's inactive due to low heartless count. Number of heartless in your colony fell to 1. Okay. Are we still gonna do it, man? Okay, now you're gonna hit things. All right, I'm gonna pause quick. Does anyone know how long this lasts? I'm actually gonna go look. I am interested to know. Okay, Rimworld. How long does Cube Berserk last? Let's see. They go into a... No. Maybe a day? Holy moly, a day is ridiculous. In general, Berserk state will end once the pawn is incapacitated or the cube anger head drift is reduced to 0. Okay. Are we able to see that? Psychic dependency? No. Okay. All right. Well, since it's just him, I think we can handle it. Mox lost it when she went unconscious. I guess we could beat him down if we had to. I would prefer not to shoot him if I can help it, though. In needs? Serious pain? No. Head drifts usually will be stuff like this. It's a hidden one, obviously. If we went into dev mode, we could show it, but that's okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like I have to down him or something. I love how he's like, no, master, no! I'm taking the rifle away. All right, you're chilling down. You're waiting for targets. I can't go into fast forward either, which is a little bit annoying. All right, we're fine. We're fine. I wonder when I wake these other ones up if they're gonna also be berserk. I just like that you just pulled out your rifle. Okay. Super annoying, but I'll survive that. I need to down you. I'm not allowed to arrest. Shotgun? I'm so sketch on shooting him with a shotgun. I really would prefer not to. Medical treatment needed. I mean, you're not bleeding, so it's fine. All right. We'll just let him bang on people for a little bit. Oh, dude, she's sleeping. All right, I'm gonna have to get him up. You know what? Okay. If I'm gonna have to shoot him. Oh, she cannot walk. Okay, she's unconscious. Okay, get up, man. All right. No, you gotta be done, man. You gotta be done. Ironically enough, even though this is the man in black that saved us, we actually have a rivalry. Please try not to cut him up too badly. All right, hopefully he'll go down. Unfortunately, this is our best melee pawn. So there's that. All right, while this is happening, I probably should grab lighter and have him come help. Yep. All right, you all right? Vaguely all right. All right, nope. We got to do this. Please be gentle. All right, was that enough? All right, a little bit of bleed. Unfortunately, we have a coagulator, so we don't bleed very well. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's bad. Are you chilled out? Calm down, Ruin. Calm down. This isn't you. You're making a mistake. Love the sphere, not the cube. All right, melee attack. That's a lot safer. He was by far my most addicted one. Can I get you up? You cannot walk. Ooh, what a rough time. Please don't chop off one of his arms also. And you downed him. I mean, I guess at least he's not finishing people off. He killed the cat. We paid for that cat. Also, I think his marine armor just actually broke. Like, gone. Yep. Alright, we're gonna have to deal with his armor. Poor lighter. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he just had his leg destroyed. Perfect. So he's got a prosthetic arm, and now he's gonna need a prosthetic leg, if he lives, which he may not live through this. He's bleeding out, and I don't have anyone who can help him. Alright, I'm gonna try. Hopefully, it didn't say you guys went berserk, so hopefully... Open. I have nobody who can do that. Alright, how are you doing? 18 hours. Alright, well, I need somebody to wake up. Okay, Ruin's back up. Alright, Ruin self-tinned. Alright, you tend. Pick up the medicine. There you go. Alright, hopefully... Alright, now, run to lighter. I hope you feel bad, Ruin. I hope you feel bad. And I need Ruin to be on doctoring number 1. Okay, or Mox. I mean, I don't care who does it. Rescue him. He is in a really bad way. Okay, he's gonna die, like, right now. You need to immediately... I need you to tend... Prioritize tending to Mox. That is not what I need. Alright, rescue him. And he died. Alright, well... I'm not sure what I could have done differently there. I'm pretty sure everyone was in here. I don't know how those two managed to pop themselves out. Bye-bye, Lighter. You are an imp. I don't really like imps, but you are an alright imp. Alright, miscellaneous. The graveyard getting mighty full is all I'm saying. Getting mighty full. Alright, Ruin's tending to himself. Alright, that's fine. And nobody else had anything broken or chopped off. Yeah, take that. Yeah, you definitely need it. Did you finally tend to yourself? Why are you not... Yeah, you can have medicine here. That's fine. Yeah, tend to yourself. At least like pat yourself down for those bruises. That was pretty rough, I won't lie. That was pretty rough. I really want to know what happened here. Did I miss it and they weren't in there? But the thing is, he had cryo sickness, so he had to have been in there. All right. Well, other than Lighter, there were no permanent injuries. Mox. All right. Finish what you're currently doing. But what I really want you to do is I want you to repair your bots. Because I might need those to fight. When you repair, it uses up a whole bunch of their energy. So they're going to have to go recharge right away. When needed. Sure. One depressed prisoner. Heracus, an acolyte of Empire of the Moon, has been caught in bed with the wrong person. He imprisoned the inappropriate lover in a show of rejection. Now he wants to keep an eye on Nathan Brennan caged until the scandal blows over in 25 days. No, well, I might do that one. We were going to test if we could actually put them in here, but I don't want to accept it right now. Don't let me forget about this. I would like to try that. We just need a second. We just need to chill for a second. Also, Ruin, I don't want you to do doctoring number 1 anymore. Alright, would you please go do what I wanted? Prioritize opening that. Are you going to be berserk when you come out? No. Okay. Open that one too. Because they're going to need some time to get the cryo sickness off. I'm just exceptionally worried that we're going to have a raid. Alright, what other health things we got? Malnutrition. And just beaten up. Okay. Alright. Ooh! Alright, well I can check the cube off of events that I've done. Next time, I think we're going to go huck that thing in a ditch. You are very concerned about making these, aren't you? I guess it's fine. Okay, well, we're going to have to enter a recovery phase for a little bit, but once we have that, we'll be good to go. So, we have power. We do. Flick this on. I think we're going to need to make ourselves a flak vest. So, black vest. And that also means we probably want at least a jacket. Alright. As Ruin lost his armor, it was completely destroyed. Hey, we have the celebration of starships opportunity. Alright. We will try to do that today. Maybe. How wounded are you? Yeah. Okay, now he's just sleeping. I mean, this'll make everyone happy, right? Celebration of starships. Let's do it, team. Let's do it. 79% expected quality. That's actually pretty good. Begin. Yay! We build ourselves a little model spaceship, and then we burn it to represent the crash landings. Cube withdrawal has worsened? Excuse me? What cube withdrawal? Well, that better go away normally because I have no way of dealing with that. That's very concerning. Colonist left unburied. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Yeah, just let him rest. We're in kind of a bad shape here. All right, many a person is trying to heal. I'm very concerned that they still have cube withdrawal. I'm hoping that's gonna get worse, or excuse me, not get worse. You know what? I think I'm even going to. I'm gonna alt tab again and double check. Rimworld destroyed cube, but still obsessed. That's very concerned. Cube needs to be straight up removed from the map either by destroying it or tossing away. Okay, that's not it. Here we go. Cube obsession persisting due to biosculpting pod. Destroying the cube removes the cube obsession. But it doesn't if they're frozen via cryosleep. That's strange. Okay. I find that super annoying and dumb because it's psychically influencing us and we destroyed it. So I'm actually just going to take care of that. So I'm going to go into character, not you. I'm going to go into character editor. We're going to go into health. And we're going to remove the cube stuff. We have fixed it. Yeah. This is why I do run these mods, even though I don't normally use them. For things like this. This is obviously not how that should work. There you go. Alright. We'll live with all the other ramifications, but that's just dumb. Okay, we had a fun celebration! Everyone gets a +5 mood for 6 days, and we gain 2 development points. Excellent. Mechanoid needs repairs. We lost our secondary role. I think that's during all the weird berserking and whatnot. So I bet you that Star lost her spot. So role change ceremony. No, we would want second. Would be Star. All right, we're not going to do that in the middle of the night. We'll do that tomorrow. I think when they went berserk, they technically were not part of our ideology. And so we just didn't have enough people for the role. And my power's fritzing again. Perfect. All right, turn that off. Turn that off. Thank you. Yeah, we are working on getting the steel that we need to make some steam power. Hopefully that's going to help, because I am just dying with this power problem. Okay, that seems to have settled a little bit. A little bit. Okay, let's do, yeah, secondary role unfulfilled, I know. Let's do that. Oh, not there. Can we actually do it here? Sure can. Okay, we want to do our second, and our second is star. Begin the ceremony. You're about to assign a role to star. No. What? You're about to assign the role of second to ruin. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? Second, star, begin. Okay, I feel like we're bugged again. Man, what is with all these random bugs showing up? Remove captain role. I don't want to remove captain role. I want to make a second. Okay. You're about to assign the role of second to ruin. All right, we're just gonna have to eat this. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna switch him back to captain. This is gonna be really annoying if that actually does it. Okay, successful role change. Okay, so if we go back in here and do role change, I think this is just bugged on this UI. I don't think that's actually causing a problem. Remove captain role is showing him, and it's showing her as moral guide. I think we're okay. Do you still have your abilities? He does. That's a new bug. I've never seen that one before. Also, I don't think we actually need this anymore. We can do it off of our altar. Huh. That's weird, Rumen. Oh yeah, we also can get rid of the stupid... Let's get rid of these too. Deconstruct that, deconstruct that, deconstruct that. Rumen says, I found a weird bug after updating Rim to the latest. My pawns now make totemic statues only, despite totemic being the rightmost, weakest overwritten style. That's weird. Couldn't we go into Star's social role? Yes, so she is second, so that is another way to do it. That was just weird that was, yeah, and it didn't actually remove Ruin. So it was incorrect, is all I can say. It worked, it just was warning me that it wasn't going to work. Let's rebuild that too while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, please fix Sweepy. We need Sweepy now more than ever. We got vomit and blood just literally everywhere. What are you doing? Hauling steel? Sure. Alright. I don't really want you to go all that way for the steel. There's plenty over here that we could do. There you go. Also, I don't suppose... No, you're not doing the construction stuff. Alright, we'll just be patient. Then again, maybe we shouldn't just be patient, because that unburied colonist thing is killing me again. Alright, and then we will assign you to lighter. And I can't prioritize that, but hopefully somebody will do it relatively quickly. Thank you, buddy. Appreciated. There you go. That was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. Also, Zerx, I see you went up to the blue icon for your membership. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. We have had just in the last month or so, we've had our first people hit 1 year, which is the green one. That's crazy to me. I can't even imagine that. I still have saved on my PC a screenshot of the first comment I ever got on a video. I had been making Against the Storm content that was completely ignored, and some very kind person was like, hey, I enjoyed your video. That meant a lot to me. It's really hard when you're trying to do something like YouTube, for example, and you have no feedback. Like, the worst thing isn't to be hated. The worst thing is to be ignored. Because at least if they hate you, they give you some sort of feedback. Like, this is stupid. I don't like how you did this. Well, at least that gives me something to work with. When you make a video and it gets 0 views, or you're streaming to 0, it feels like you're shouting into the void, you know? That's why I always, as long as people aren't exceptionally rude or rude to other people, I don't really care what comments I get. I would prefer a comment that says you're stupid and you're dumb and you missed this thing. I get those on my Dominion sometimes, than just 0 comments. Because I can't improve anything if you don't tell me anything. I always have that goal of 1%. I try to make 1% better every time. Recently, that's been trying to fix my internet, has been my 1%. That has been all consuming of my time, basically. Which is very frustrating because I have other things I would rather be working on. I should have been preparing a video for something that's launching tomorrow, but I just haven't had the time. Grumble, grumble. Okay, another thing we actually have biosculpting pods. I would really like to get one down. We could fix Mox's shattered nose. She got that during our fubbed first raid that we did. And it would sure be nice if we could get that fixed. Okay, I guess we also have that steam van. I guess it's kind of either or, frankly. Although this one I don't have to clear anything. Maybe we will do this one. What are we missing if I was gonna try to do geothermal right now? 340 steel. All right, I'm gonna plop that down. We're gonna do hidden conduit. All the way to there. And then normal conduit. I don't care what it looks like inside here. All right, that's going to be a major weak point in our system, but it is what it is. And we have 61 slate blocks. So structure, wall, 30, and another 30. I can do that much at least. And I would like a no roof zone. Although maybe we don't do that. Maybe we'll do no roof zone there. That way it'll give it a little bit of protection from being mortared without having the heat problem. All right, we're just gonna need to melt a bunch of steel, which means I need this turned on, which we obviously cannot afford to do at the moment. Why is he... What happened to Sweepy? No, don't carry him to cryo sweep. What happened to you, Sweepy? Did you repair him enough so he can get back on the charger? Yeah, you did get really beaten up. His right leg is still shattered. Keep repairing him. Let's fix Sweepy. He doesn't deserve this. There you go. Make a double door with 1 double door entrance for repairs. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, this. Oh, hold on, we could open those. This should be relatively tempting, and I generally am gonna put people out here, so they should generally be pretty happy to run over here. This is open with barricades, so it's not like they can't come through. And actually, I should hold that open. We still have not gotten any traps laid down either, which should happen. A lot of things should be happening. I'm out of coffee. You know what? That was very stressful, and I really want my coffee. So I think I'm going to take my fiver here quick. I don't think I'm going to throw you guys into lo-fi. I'm just going to leave you here with my timer today, and I will be right back. I'm not going to let it play. This is just too dangerous, unfortunately. Oh yeah, my buttons. Yeah. Razer upgraded their software for my keyboard and it deleted my hotkeys. So hang on, I'm gonna have to manually find my AFK window button. BRB. Okay, I will BRB in 5, guys. All right, we are back. All right, well, sorry about that. Got my fresh coffee, so we will continue on. All right, yeah, I think our next major thing, we just need to focus on this. This just needs to happen. The perennial power outage is just not doing it for me. We're also a little light on people again, which makes me nervous. I tend to accumulate a lot of wealth, which I know, like, power game wise, we shouldn't do. I don't know. It's just the way I end up always being. Wait, we still have like no battery charge. And how much steel do we have? 253 out of 340. Okay. We also could try to take some stuff apart. Sometimes they will drop actual steel instead of the slag. So maybe we'll take a few of these things apart, see if we get lucky on any of them. Otherwise, we're gonna have to wait till the sun comes out, which requires the vent to stop going. It was funny, the first time the vent went off, it only lasted like an hour, and I was like, all right, well, that's cool, but that's not gonna do much. Little did I know how many problems we were gonna have due to that stupid vent. A defoliator ship. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to deal with that. A Cyclops and a Scorcher. Okay, Cyclops is one of the new mechanoids. He's got a beam repeater. I don't love that. How you feeling, Mox? Just some bruises. Hero, how you feeling? Just some bruises. Okay. Ruin, did you get your mace back? Yes. Unfortunately, we did not get that EMP launcher built. And actually, we should just turn this off because we're not going to fiddle with that. All right, we're going to let everyone have their morning breakfast, etc., and then we're going to go deal with that. How you feeling? You're okay. You're okay. Ruin, did you armor yourself up with some stuff? He did, okay. I just want to make sure we're not fighting mechs naked. I guess I'll let them finish this work. Whenever you quit, we'll go deal with that. Okay. Alright. Everyone, come here. Including Mox, wake up the boys. HE Frag, get over here. Alright. Alright, they are asleep. I don't really like approaching from this angle. Let's approach from that angle. I need to clear a little more of this junk out so we have a little bit better travel path there. Alright, let's slow this down. Alright, come on up here. I'm gonna have Mox. Why don't you take that spot? Star. Take that spot. Ruin and Codus and Hero. Hero. Alright. Fire at him. Yeah. The beam repeater is gonna really suck. I don't know what else to say about that one, but the Scorcher is probably the worst. Okay, great. Oh, there was also a Lancer I didn't see. Please don't shoot my liver out in your first hit like you did last time. Good. Why are you not... You don't have your gun. Dude. Dude. Why do you not have your gun? Alright, well, you're alright. You are not alright. Alright, Mox. Rescue him. Alright, the rest of us are gonna get to work. Ruin, fire at that. Yeah, this is gonna take a little while. Codus, are you gonna be okay if she carries you home? Yeah, I think he'll be all right. That beam repeater was pretty ridiculous. So I believe those beams go through shields. They're one of the new additions from Odyssey. All right. That was okay. Also, let's rip apart those mechs. Okay. Did you receive medical attention? No. You don't feel like doing it. Okay, that's because you need to be dropped down. Resting? No, no, no. Okay. For whatever reason, doctors are back to not doing what they need to be doing. Like, you're a doctor and you have high doctoring priority. It should be him. Yeah, let's maybe get him so he's not bleeding at least. At least triage him before you go to bed. There you go. Okay, now you can go to bed. Boy, all those unused beds. They used to be full. They used to be full. Not anymore. Oh my goodness, and they're back. I am ready to not have smoke fins anymore, that's for sure. Visitors. Okay, cool. I see you, boghounds. I see you, boghounds. What are you doing? You're healing him. Falling Scorcher. No, head this way. All right. You know what? We should be pulling back to here. Another. Okay, hang on. Things are escalating. Hero, I need you to get up. I also need you to have your weapon. You were using the. It's not even here. You had the LMG. Heavy SMG? Alright, that's fine. Go equip that and then come over here. Alright, Ruin. Pop that. No, really? Alright, back up some more. Yeah. Nope, nope. We're not letting you get away, buddy. Nope. Come here. Nope. You made me get everyone out of bed. We're gonna solve this once and for all. Yeah. Boghounds, man. Alright, come on, heavy SMG. Thank you. Yeah, boghounds. That's more the expected behavior, frankly. Alright, let's get these guys back inside, and then I'm gonna also turn them on to charging. Yeah. Get inside. And I'd like you to go to recharge. Sad Wanderer Hero. Calm down, man. It's gonna be alright. We successfully calmed him down. All right. That's the break out of it mod. I like that one a lot. Basically, it just gives your pawns a chance to try to, like, talk people down, essentially. Very nice when they're doing, like, Sad Wander or something. Why don't we have any turrets? We have one up here. A, turrets are severely nerfed. B, I can't leave them on for the power. C, I don't have enough steel. So a whole laundry list of why I don't have enough turrets. I probably should add a couple turrets at least. The turrets also mess with how the AI attacks you, and I do want them attacking me here. What would really help right now is just some traps. I should have a few traps at certain places that they're likely to path. Again, I just need time. I need more bricks. By the way, speaking of that, Hero, are you on deconstruct? You are. You know what? I would rather you deconstruct and repair than do construct. And maybe that'll help. By the way, good morning, Broad. Yeah, I see you guys. Hello. I don't know what else to tell you. Stinky dog, get out of here. Okay, you know what? We're gonna deconstruct you. That's my motion detector, but we've basically turned anomaly for all intents and purposes off. So we shouldn't see any more things I need that for. Constant brownouts. My goodness, it's like I live in California. It's ridiculous. The visitors are leaving. All right, bye guys. Didn't even leave me a rumor or anything. All right, I see another spot we could do some improvements. Let's smooth here. No, it's already smoothed. All right, so the number one thing I need right now is a little bit of juice so that we can turn this on, so that we can get enough steel, so we can have the geothermal. That is the biggest thing at the moment. And I guess just healing, because we just keep getting our butts handed to us over and over and over and over again. Ruin is fully healed. Good. Star, why do you not want to change helmets? Are you actually wearing a flak helmet? Okay, you are. Alright. Just not the right style. What are we working on? We are adding in some of the... Okay, I guess that's fine. It has to be built either way, so it doesn't matter which one I do first. Man. Man. That was very painful. Won't somebody rid me of this golden cube? I wish this place was more pleasant. It's quite slovenly. Oh. Well, geez, Mr. Fancy Pants, you don't like it. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll smooth the walls. And I'll just double check that we have smoothed the floor. We have. Except for that spot. Our makeshift bedroom slash art room. I guess we could move that. Reinstall this over there. I would, maybe that's another project. Once we're done with the power, an actual hospital with a couple good beds would not be remiss. We seem to be spending a lot of time in there. All right, what are you working on, buddy? Building the conduit. You gonna do more than one? Nice. Okay. Wow, getting decadent. Doing 3 jobs before you head home. Okay, and then gonna work on the smoothing. That's totally fine. I needed that. Major breakfast. Alright, Claudius. I mean, yeah, I know you've had a really bad day too. Serious pain, you're hungry. Well, we're dealing with that. It's unsightly. It's an awful hospital. Got ratty apparel. Yeah, those are all things I'm working on. All I can say is yes, I agree. Oh, I know one thing we could improve. I am running the doormat mod. We could have some doormats on our exterior doors. You guys could wipe your feet before you come inside. I'm just saying. That does help. It makes them drop whatever filth they're carrying right there, rather than trudge it inside. Okay, good wind. Hey, and we're not recharging any bots, so we're actually making some juice. Okay, in that case, turn this on. The sooner we get the steam going, the better. We'll actually have power. By the way, one of you survived the plague. Good on you, I suppose. I'm pretty shocked. I'm very annoyed they're not allowed to do these diagonals. I wish they would just allow that. I guess that must not count as part of the room. Alright, and you could be hauled. We got plenty of slag over here, so it's more of a... we just need people to do the work. That normally is Kodos's job, although other people can do it. 17 in construction. Very nice. Random things being lit on fire? Sure, sure. Okay. Random lightning strikes on my my wind power turbine. That's not great. Cargo pause. Okay, wow, a non-bad event. Are you feeling okay, Randy? Wow, and a lot of muffalo fur. Cool. Maybe we'll make some... maybe we'll make a few parkas. I don't think we need them, but we could sell them. I haven't really seen anyone over here. Yeah, no one's done that. Who is the tailor? I bet you it's Ruin. Yep. With his 9 crafting. Yep. Ruin is just a busy boy. Having crafting on your construction, not a good plan. All right, Zerks, have a good one, man. Hope your errands go swiftly and painlessly. Yeah. This is my life. All right, I'll tell you what. This could turn off. One of you could turn off. Yeah. I am so looking forward to fixing this electricity problem. So annoying to have to keep fiddling with switches and whatnot. Yeah, the root cause is these solar panels keep getting turned off for days on end via the smoke. So we're definitely not building any more solar. That just isn't going to do anything for me. Quest available. Shelter for Gazelle. The great chief of Lausa Treaty is requesting a favor. His friend is interested in learning about other cultures. He wants you to host him for 8 days. He's suffering from paralytic abrasia and must be kept in bed. You know what? Sure, actually. I can do that. We're not having food problems, right? Well, we shouldn't be. Are you guys not doing agave fruit? Oh, because I probably made you critical. Important. Preferred. Okay, that'll resolve itself here in a second. I think we take that. Silver would be nice. I could use advanced component or just some goodwill. Let's take that. Sure. I don't know how the tribals managed to get a hold of that, but all right. He looks very happy to be here. Hero, why don't you go rescue him? And we will make that a medical and not that one. We'll just dump him in that corner room. Or I wonder if we're allowed to put him in the cryo sleep pod. I wonder if we're allowed to do that. Was that an option? No, temporary faction members. Okay, so we can't cheese it like that. That's unfortunate. Because that would have been amazing. Just literally cryo sleep him for 8 days. And then get him out. How was your stay? Very cold. Oh, they have good AC? No, they just put me in a cryopod. A shuttle of Empire of the Moon has taken damage and is seeking a place to land. Its commander, Eradius, wants to land at the Port of Hard Knocks. Imps from Cosius League will attack. All right, we will probably do this one. We're going to take another Vanometric cell. I'm just going to wait for our rescue operation to finish first. The vanometrics are free power generation, and apparently I just need more of them. Grrr. Grrr. Can I assign you to Gazelle? Sure can. Yeah. Ruin. Help a brother out. There you go. Alright, now you can go back. Okay, we gotta watch our timer here. 2 hours. Everyone's trying to sleep, but I'm gonna take it. This is just too good not to. Hopefully he'll crash somewhere decent. Yeah, I should make a landing pad. Alright, crashed way up there. Right, I'm gonna try to let people sleep. And then we'll zip up there. They usually don't attack instantly. Are you guys all unarmed? Okay, you have a gun. Alright, you have a sword. Sagaria Ariantius. An acolyte of the Empire of the Moon. Imperial citizen and a trooper. Definitely worth it. This is how you get the shuttle engine, or one way you can do it, to build your own working shuttle. So that's one way you can do that. Randy really hates you on this one. I thought we'd be in space by now. Dude, it was anomaly. I'm not even gonna blame Randy. It was anomaly. We've had multiple times where I've had to basically just stop everything. Okay, they got there a little quicker than I thought. My bad, dudes. My bad. Alright, we're on our way. Why did you charge in when you had a gun? That seems like that was a bad plan. Alright, well, we still got the ship. We did not get the vanometric cell. I'm not even really interested in engaging them if they're happy to leave. Yeah. Well, that was a bit of an oops. I guess we should have rushed. I underestimated how quick they could get there. You're probably biocoded? Sure are. Alright. I do want... Oh, and he had an acidifier, too. Poor guy. Alright, well, if nothing else, we got some plasteel, some steel, some components, and a ship engine. We'll try to sell off the ship engine and see if we can make some moolah. It's not worth that much, a couple hundred. Okay, charging, that's fine. Alright, the number one thing I need right now is this. So, you're doing some hauling. What? I feel like your work is not correct. Are you not doing refine? Yeah, you have refine really high. Hi. Having dinner. Onion died from rotting. Oh, perfect. I'll tell you what, if you want to haul so bad, why don't you haul those onions inside, apparently. It's really bad to have stuff rot, because that's stuff that you spent time working on. Would you haul those too? And those? And those? You spent all that time growing it, you might as well actually get it inside before it rots. Alright, we did get a Gorian sprout. These feel like they need to be like the centerpiece of a run. I'll harvest it and we'll sell the seed, but I'm not going to plant it or anything. One of the less useful bits, I would say, in ideology. I don't know. I've tried to make them work a couple times, but unless you mod them, the base one, I don't know. The amount of time you spend working on it just doesn't seem to benefit you. Man, I wish we had succeeded there. Getting that vanometric cell would have really helped. Those are 450 watts each with no input. Just guaranteed power. What are you doing? Oh, she went into our ideology room to pray. That's very nice. Here you go. Keep the room clean, please. Alright, Star, what are you up to? Feeding nutrient paste to Gazelle. Yep. That's what we'd like. There you go, man. Slurp it up. It's made of lettuce. What kind of meat is that? Boghound meat. Some potatoes and some rice. Mmm. Sound like the ingredients to like dog food. You know, the other thing the nutrient paste reminds me of, have you ever seen the picture of, it's Kim Jong-il and he's visiting some factory and it's like this weird pink paste coming out of a machine and he looks excited, like exceptionally excited. That makes me think of the nutrient paste dispenser. Just like you turn it on, this like weird pink goop just comes out. Essentially, this is what they had in the Matrix when they're eating. It's just like random slop goo. Okay, if nothing else, we seem to be stabilizing. What is your main complaints at the moment? Ray Paul, that we live on the planet and we haven't raided. Yeah, we're gonna start having some raiding problems if we don't go soon. You don't like that it's ugly. Well, just go have a dinner in the dining room and you'll get your beauty up, man. What are you working on, hero? That's also not helping. I'll tell you what, when you're done with breakfast, you'll never do hauling. Hero. You really kill me with that, man. You really kill me. Normally, I would not take a will not haul pawn. Just the fact that he actually saved our playthrough is what's keeping him around. Hey, there you go. A normal duster in the spike core style. Making another one. Cool. Okay. Harvest coming in, it looks like. What are you doing now? Fiber corn. Hey, there we go. That's crazy. Oh, we got one. Sure. Stupid smoke. That's all I have to say. CB says, guess what? My internet's been dead for the last hour, just rejoining Steam. Supposedly upgrades are going on, but why did they not tell us before they do it? Yeah. I will say mine normally is pretty decent about that. Like, when I had my wireless before, they would literally tell you nothing. It was a local company, so their support would close at 5 o'clock. Well, I don't even get home from work on Friday until 5 o'clock. So if you had internet problems on Friday, they'd get back to you. You'd have to email them and they'd get back to you when they can. It was so incredibly frustrating. Compared to now, at least I get a text message when something's going on. Rogue Trader has forever shifted your perception of nutrient paste. Yeah, it's been cooking in here in this pot for 1,000 years nonstop. Who knows what's in there? Yep. Some dude fell into it and just, you know. No, I've never done Rogue Trader. That's one I would love to do, but how would I get through Rogue Trader? Like, the game is already an 80 to 100 hour playthrough if you weren't streaming it. You could, like, double that for me. I thought the Wandering Sword was supposed to be about a 50-hour playthrough. We're somewhere at about 60 hours, and based on the people that have been chatting with me there, we're at about the halfway point. Underestimated that one, to be sure. It also hasn't helped I haven't been able to stream it because I don't want to stream a story-intense game and then have the internet problems. At least with Rimworld, we can kind of pause and come back in. And same thing with like Astronauts. So that's kind of why those two are the things I'm doing right now. I'm very frustrated that my internet's so good today. Now that I'm going to have somebody out to look at it again, it's going to be on its absolute best behavior. Because of course it is. Okay. Replant and all that, that's fine. We do seem to have stabilized with the food. I think between the stuff we raided, plus having it actually frozen so we don't lose the meat, I think we're okay. Nah, it's not that bad. At least it moves itself. What moves itself, Tanth? Oh, you're gonna switch over? He's switching! He's switching! The poor flak jacket. Yeah, no wonder. You're gonna take your yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, man. Why don't you also come over here and change your style? Okay, I probably didn't want to do that because I would have rather you actually did this, but that's okay. Alright, so apparel colors. What's your favorite color? Oh yeah, you like the hot pink pants. Let's do the ideology color. That looks a little less bad. That's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 60% of 5 things would be 3. So I think we need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I think that's correct. Let's find out. The reason I'm doing that is if you're wearing your favorite colors or you're wearing your ideology colors, at least 60% of your apparel, you get a +1. Yeah. Wearing ideology colors, +1. I mean, that's half the penalty we're getting for not living in space. So totally worth it. Yes, yes, make me steal. Make me steal. 340 plus some change. Do it quick before we run out of batteries again. A hunting site. We do need to go do a raid. Maybe when Gazelle leaves, we'll go do that. We're gonna start getting an escalating penalty until we go do a raid. What are you doing? Pulling plasteel. Yes, please. Okay. We're getting close. We're getting close. We got 243, and I think I saw him deliver some. Yeah, he delivered a little bit. And we finished the rest of the wiring, so it's just literally getting in the amount we need for this. The fact that you guys are running it down there kind of makes me think we have enough. We're thinking about it. Maybe we're gonna be just below it. Wow, we're so close. Oh, there was somewhere else on the map. Oh, you're killing me. 9 to go. Rogue Trader moves itself a bit. Pathfinders, especially the War of the Righteous, has tendency to get very stale and locate. I gotcha. I mean, I have the same thing in Wandering Sword, right? Like it's story based. It's just because I'm reading everything out and, you know, chatting with chat, etc., it's very slow. It's very slow. I legitimately thought we were going to be done by now. We only have so many more weeks before I won't be able to do the AM streams. I'll be back to work, so I'll only be able to do evening streams at the even later time, too. Because I'm not home at 4 o'clock normally. Oh, here it comes, boys. Okay, next thing we need to focus on, though, is getting that wall resolved. We have another 30 slate. All right, structure, slate, 5, 25. We have a little bit more here. Okay, I don't want to use marble for that. Let's do another zone. Remove roof. Yeah, remove that roof, please. Yeah, that we should no longer have power problems. I'm going to be very upset if we have any. All right, toggle that on. Toggle that on. Toggle that on. Yeah, we should be good. Have we literally not had a single passing ship that I can call? Oh, I say that, and then here is one right here. Okay. Ruin. Get on the horn. Oh, we need an orbital. Oh, because I don't have the trade beacon. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of that zone. Let's add a trade beacon over here. And then that way we can at least get rid of some of the junk. Yep. Okay. I also like the idea of getting at least one turret over here to help. If I look, security turret, what I ideally want, oh, okay, too big. What I ideally want is I want to leave them a path that's not covered by the turret, because you can mess with their pathfinding. I may leave that alone. Maybe we put a turret over here, though, to discourage this attack angle. Yeah, let's do that. I would really like to encourage them to come over here. I want to fight them over here. Other things, okay. In biotech, I would sure like... Nope. In ideology... Biosculpting pod. Alright, unfortunately I don't have a good spot for it, so we're just going to plunk it in here. But we could use this to start doing some healing for some of our pawns. They could sure use it. Alright, did we happen to get that built? No. We're a 1 steel short. Of course we are. Alright, Ruin looking pretty fresh there, I have to say. Looking good. Alright, yep. Finished fabrication, cool. Gene processor, you know what? Let's research security door. Not done. We need auto doors. Alright, research the auto door. Hero tried to convert Codis. Stop it, Hero. Nobody likes your ideology. And you're like stuck at 100%, which is killing me. I really wish they were smart enough that I could just tell them, remove roof zone and deconstruct this area, and they would do the roof first. Oop. I need to take a call, gentlemen. Now we're on BRB. Oh my gosh, we're falling apart, builders. There we go. Okay. Yep. That was my ISP person calling me and confirming, and I definitely want that confirmed, so yes. Yeah, 1 second while I'm in there. Yeah, okay. Still running good, unfortunately. Okay, I do need to watch my time here because I do have him on the way. We'll do a couple more minutes and then we will just call it there. What are we up to? Yeah, 2.5 hours. In fact, I think I'm going to get myself a little something to eat before they come out. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it there. So, yay that it's working and boo that it's working is all I can really say on that. So either way, unless we're having horrific problems, I'll be back this evening for some astronauts and we'll continue that playthrough. Beyond that, the next stream, I'm gonna try to stream some gold adventure gold tomorrow because it's going to come out into early access. We'll see if my connection's good enough to do it or not. If I'm going to do that, it'll probably be in the AM time slot like we've been doing. Beyond that, we have Dominions on Friday evening at the 4 o'clock time, and then we'll be back into weekend schedule. Okay, thank you everybody for hanging out. Hopefully this was enjoyable. We're finally done with the stupid cube, so hopefully next time we can get back to focusing on getting closer to our actual ship. The whole reason I got astronauts is I wanted to build a spaceship, so I've been absolutely just crippled here. All right, have a good day. I will catch you guys later. Babel out.